Hello Virgo, how you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading going from the 19th to the 25th of August. Moving into your birthday season. Happy birthday to all you Virgos having your birthday in this week here. Let's just jump straight on in here for you. This is the new year for you. Overall energies. Karmic path on your relationship side. Okay, karmic path on your financial side. Influences from the universe coming into your life. Influence from your past self, what brought you to where you are, what sort of lessons can we take from the past self of the journey so far, and then into your future self, what is willing you on, basically, what is taking you to the next level, and the lessons you can learn from this week, or the information you can take from this week in order to make life a lot easier for you, as it were, or for you to engage in life in a very beautiful way. Okay, this is your new year. Over the past 3 months, you should have been working out, according to the Astroflower, what you've been doing over a year, what you want to continue, what you want to stop, what you want to start new, everything like that. And that could be emotionally as much as materialistically. And now the energy will start coming back to you the day you have your birthday. A week after that, you'll feel that your energy is really coming back. You've got a lot more determination and so forth. And this will then drive you onto your plans that should already be in place within you, according to what you're living for the coming year. Okay, so let's just have a look what's going on. You've got your overall energies here. There seems to be here on the emotional side, and this is funny because it played in a similar sort of way to Taurus, but not quite the same at all, really, because it's much more on the financial side. But here is like you're really focusing on one goal here, on your relationship side, and too many eggs in one basket. It's a double-edged sword. That I can understand putting all your energies into one thing. That is a good thing. Just be conscious of it being a double-edged sword. Okay, on your financial side, on your financial side, there seems to be something in your karmic path that you need to do. I think that's been on your cards now for the past sort of 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 weeks. And this could be something to do with the plan that you've put into place for this coming year. If you've got a plan for you for the coming year, it is now the time to start implementing it as it comes into your life. There is no doubt about it. 5 of Swords. This could be all to do with how you're putting all your eggs in one basket. You're really going after one thing. It's a beautiful start. It's lovely energy of what you're going after. There is no doubt about it. Don't get me wrong. But will mean resisting about getting involved in conflicts. And that is difficult for you, Virgo. There is a lot of justice within your sign. I would just be wary of that. That's that double-edged sword. And if you do walk away, and I think this is what generally is really within you, you don't want to get involved in any of it, really. You got bigger fish to fry. There's much more joy to be had in life than to be involved in that. On your financial side, this is a bit different. This plays into the idea of getting out there and defending your position in a way. It's a transitionary thing for you to define your future, define this thing that you should be doing. I think there is a degree where you do have to fight for it in a certain way. But don't pick your battles wisely, I think, here, more than anything else. Yeah, for your financial side, that's what that is. Pick your battles wisely. Let's just see what's going on in your relationship side. Okay, well, this is karmic message, or karmic, hang on a second, karmic message as well. Yeah, sorry, including the universe. It's so strong, the karmic message. It's getting out there. It's getting involved, being sociable, connecting with people, networking, really sort of like connecting with your relationships around you to enjoy life. I think that's the ultimate goal. It's really beautiful, and it's nurturing all your contacts, all your connections with people. On your past self, there is a certain degree that's going outside, and there's a certain degree that's getting that's got a lot of solid foundation. So basically, you're bringing in a lot of your understandings of how you've walked the path to get to where you are. The experience you've had are bringing in a lot of solid foundation that within you that is correct, that's the way it should be, that's good for you, and what have you, and what works for you. And I would rely upon that. you know, and recognizing that within the world around you. You know, game recognizes game, as it were, sort of thing. In your future self is definitely, it's playing to the future, but there is a certain degree of stagnation. It's almost as if like there's a lot of planning in place, but not a lot of action as yet. It's starting to happen. The ball is starting to roll within your relationship. So things are starting to happen within your connections with other people and in the way in which you've engaged in life. And it's starting to happen in a, you know, there's a lot of energy there. There's a lot of potential in your future. And the lessons taking out of this week here is live life according to what makes you happy. The connections that make you happy. And don't be ashamed of it. Don't get lulled into that idea, kind of going, oh, I better be nice to that person because, you know, it won't be seen to be good. And if you're only going to do that, you're only going to be living stuff that doesn't really float your boat. And I wouldn't if I was you. Yeah, 10 of Swords on your karmic path. There's obviously something here. I think it's an attitude more than anything else. I think you've had enough of you know, I want to say pleading with others to help them to feel okay. I think you've had enough of that. Yeah, and you get the 10 of Pentacles. The universe is sort of saying, too right, let go of them. Let it all go, don't worry about it. That's 2 10s there. And they're both playing in the same direction here. They're both playing the same tune here. Something that's, it's just loud, something that's might have been conflictual in the past that you just want to let go of. And once you do, this is realizing how much of abundance of love and joy you have within your life. Yeah, you have the 8 of Pentacles in your past self. This is good quality work on yourself. This is what I'm saying about relying upon yourself. You know what makes you tick. And you've done that work. It's absolutely brilliant. And the potential that comes out of this is that 6 of Cups. This is all of that sort of understanding of seeing the situations around you which actually float your boat. And I think this is where you've got a great deal of potential to give yourself and your relationship a huge gift, of a joyous gift, a very fragrant gift you're giving yourself. And it's an understanding within you. That's what you're giving yourself in the future. And I think because you're giving it to yourself, you're obviously going to be giving it to the relationships around you, because you're only going to strengthen those relationships that are worth strengthening and just dissolve those relationships that are not worth having, basically. Yeah, it's going into a whole new world for you in this week. Is taking out the idea of you are creating your world. What you put in is what you get out, in a way. And this is the part of that lesson for this week here, of understanding that there's, you know, there's lots of things around you. There's lots of things, there could be lots of different things going on around you, different connections. So you might have someone who loves cooking, which is fine, but they hate, you know, being down at the beach. You love being down at the beach as well, as much as you love cooking. And therefore you're going to realize that actually you've got the abundance around you is phenomenal. You have everything that you possibly need. And that's what the World card is all about as well. It's about going through a portal. It's about a portal of understanding from within you. And I think here is within your relationships. I think the eggs in the basket scenario is you putting the eggs in your basket and believing in you and believing in, yes, this is the way it should be, rather than pandering to the outside world. Okay. So yeah, let's just see what's going on your financial side. Your financial side, there's something that's, it's still tied into the past. I'm sure we said this last week. I'm going to get bored of it. You must be as well. So I'm sorry about that, but there's something from the past that is in line with you that really makes you tick, that you should be doing, you should be engaging in. The universe here is playing out somewhat gingerly out into the outside world. There's more you going out after what you want rather than what the universe is bringing in. So this is more sort of you investing in your future by connecting, networking, which you're fantastic at, Virgo. The past self has got it's playing into this card here. And this is like, in a way, I think, you know, like a career path, a business or a project, you do have to fight for it sometimes. But more often than not, there's a fight that is it should only be inside you. If you're fighting your competitor, that means you're not concentrating on your future. So sometimes it's best to sort of don't try and compete with your competitors. Know what they're doing, sure. Keep an eye on them, but don't compete with them. The competition is only with yourself, to bring out the highest version of yourself, the best version of yourself. Once you do that within your projects and your business, you will be the successful one. In your future it seems like this idea here is unavoidable now. It's like trying to ignore the elephant in the room. It's no longer. That elephant's been in there for a long time. Things are starting to smell. Even if you don't see the elephant, you know what I mean? Through defecation alone, you're going to start kind of going, there's a definite elephant in the room, you know. And I think that's what you're realizing here. And your answer, your information, or the lessons for this week is, don't deny it. Don't deny it. Don't deny this pathway. It seems to be a repeating theme this week here. Don't deny the pathway. You will be kicking yourself later on in life. Happiness. That's what it's all about. That's this. Anything within your past, and this could be 30 years ago, 40 years ago. It could be 20 years ago, 5 years ago. Whatever it is, it's in the past. And you know, when you do anything on that thing, it just makes you kind of go, yeah, love it. And all that jazz. And that's what it's all about. And it's recognizing that. Ten of Cups. Yes, if you want your happiness after difficulty, and that's what that's all about, walking away from that difficulty, that internal conflict within yourself, because, you know, as I said, business and stuff like that, it's much more of an internal conflict than an external one. Once you get past that, that's when you're going to get the absolute happiness. The universe is bringing in a lot of energy. In your past to your future, in your past self, you have the Page of Cups. Something that may have seemed impossible in the past. At the time, it probably was impossible. That's probably why you didn't do it. But now, this is not the case. Now you have the Nine of Pentacles. Now you can start seeing that actually the time is right. This is the time to start that business. This is the time to start that project. This is the time to start doing pottery or cooking or writing or whatever it is that really kind of makes you go, yes, that's it. Now is the time. The time is ripe. Yeah, let go of all that woes and worries. Do not worry about it. You know, don't deny it. That's what causes you the stress. If you're denying your karmic path, you will have nothing but problems. It's just the way karma goes. The moment you realize that, it will go, boom, your woes and worries just disappear like a mist on a hot day. You know, get evaporated by that sun. That's what the sun is trying to do for you here. Evaporate that mist that is holding you back, that's stopping you from going forward. If it's happy, if you enjoy it, go for it. Let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers cards. Nine of Cups. Yeah, I think you have a huge, this is for your relationship side. I think, you know, once you do realize that actually this is what works for me, this is good for me. I don't get involved in any sort of like, you know, doing stuff that is just to please others rather than actually brings me joy. Because there is a case where, you know, like everybody, and this is where you shouldn't be confused. I'm not saying don't help anyone or don't get involved in anyone. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is sometimes we're going to do something for someone else, and just to see the joy on their face is an absolute joy for us as well. And that's why we do it. But don't just do it to appease another person. That is the big difference. And that's what we're talking about in the double-edged sword. Do not appease people who are not worth it in your life. You know. It's obviously something that's dead, done and dusted with. A way of being that's dead, done and dusted with. Because look at that. At the top of the deck, you got the World as well. And it's clarifying that Ten of Swords. There is no doubt about it. There is something here that's bringing a lot of clarity into your life. And a lot of stability. And I think it's you. And you engaging in life in a way that brings, you know, happiness not only to you, but to all that is around you. With the Ten of Pentacles, you get the High Priestess. This is a spiritual understanding from within you. And this is why I understand more and more the overall energy going to one point, putting all your eggs in one basket. It's a lesson about yourself more than anything else, without shadow of doubt. Very much a lesson about yourself. And within this lesson here, there is huge amounts of abundance. But you need to explore that. That's what that meditation is all about. That's what the high priestess. The high priestess is the opposite to the Hierophant. Now, the high priestess has control over her emotional, spiritual, physical. It's spirit, mind, and body. That's the way she operates. The Hierophant operates on body, mind, and spirit. So the Hierophant comes from the physical, and the high priestess comes from the mental, if you like, or spiritual, or spirit. I wouldn't say spiritual because it's not the same thing. You know, Hierophant is just as spiritual as the high priestess. And this is this understanding from within. And this is all about doing that work on yourself with the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I think it's all about healing. I think it's about forgiving. You know, if we do something and we do it wrong, we learn. If we don't do anything, we don't do anything wrong, we never learn anything. And I think this is what's happening here. I think you're learning a great lesson about yourself, and it's making you feel fantastic. You know, and learning about yourself is not necessarily kind of going, oh, you're great, you're fantastic. Because that's just lying to yourself. That's appeasing yourself. That's not what you want to do. You know, and we all do it from occasionally. We're all guilty of it occasionally. And maybe it's just recognizing being guilty of that. You know, I wouldn't appease yourself. I would be bluntly honest with yourself and kind of go, no, that I was wrong. And that's fine. If you do that, there is a lot more that you can gain out of life by doing that than to sort of appeasing yourself. Look at that. You've now got Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, both on that side there. These are very non-movable things, the fours. They're squared off. They're a pillar. They're not going anywhere. And here it could be saying, like, you're not allowing yourself to open up. You're not allowing yourself to be truthful with yourself, because that's what the Six of Cups is all about. It's all about you and the journey and what you've done so far. But it could also be about that you have understood, and this is the greatest gift that you can give yourself. You can now invest in the relationships that are worth it. And that's what the Four of Pentacles is all about. Applying that understanding of the Four of Swords into your future. And once you do that, that's when the Nine of Cups is going to shine. And it is going to be, there's going to be some great fun and great enjoyment and wholeheartedly enjoyment. Look at that. Open up to a new world where you will liberate your emotions and allow your emotions to flow freely in your life. That's what the lesson is for this week here with regards to your relationships. And the moment you do that, wow. Very, very good. Right. Let's have a look what's going on the financial side. Overall energies. With the Five of Swords, you get the Judgment card. I think that's tied into that, to be honest. I think you realize what makes you happy. This is a judgment. This is like going on and recognizing your righteous path, recognizing what you should be doing. There is no doubt about it. Once you do, it is going to liberate you incredibly. And that's going to liberate you from the Nine of Swords, all the woes and worries, the stress and strains. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. With the Sun, you get the Seven of Wands. 7 for me is a revelation number. It's revealing the truth to you. And it's revealing your inner strengths. Look at that. She's got that sunshine just there, perfectly in her solar plexus. This gives her a lot of courage and determination, a lot of confidence as well to go ahead and do it. And I think this confidence comes out of something in the past that makes you feel incredibly fulfilled. And I think you should be doing that, Virgo. I think you should be doing that. With the Ten of Cups, yeah, if you go out there and get involved and you look for your happiness, you will get through those difficulties, of which is obviously the Nine of Swords, and you will have perpetual and consistent abundance within your material life. If you start doing what you believe in, you're going to get the good results. That's what the Queen of Pentacles is all about. She knows what's going on the tree of knowledge. She's sat at its base. She knows what she's doing. She knows her future. And because she knows her future, this is what takes away all the stress and strains. So the Hangman card just fell out there. It is a bit seeing things in a different light. Seeing things differently will bring a lot more success for you. Yeah, as I said, there's something in the past that at the time may have seemed impossible, and it might have caused you enormous amount of stress or pain. And maybe that's what that is all about. Out the top of there, that 9 of Swords. It's like kind of going, well, it didn't work in the past, but why should I do it again? Why is it going to work now? Because the world has completely changed. The world is nothing like it was 4 years ago, let alone 10, 15, 20 years ago. If you remember back in the 90s, you didn't even have a mobile phone in the early 90s. You know what I mean? It's like the environment is completely different. And I wouldn't let any past sort of like painful disappointments, you know, be the guidance of your future. Because yes, in your future, you get the 9 of Pentacles. You're going to start getting those golden results, and it is going to provide for you everything you need. Look at that. There's a golden opportunity for you here in your future. But it's tied into something that makes you happy. You know, it could be cooking, could be writing, you know, it could be, you know, it could be anything that's sort of like connected with speaking to people or networking and so forth. Whatever it is, it plays beautifully for you. Yeah, if you want to relieve yourself of the stress and strains, you get the 6 of Cups again. It's twice you've got the 6 of Cups now, which I think is quite important. I'm trying to see if there's no other repeating cards apart from the World, which is quite nice, which is quite funny. Yeah, so you get the 6 of Cups again. Sorry, this is a great gift you're giving yourself. It's revealing, it's resolving. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Resiliating your woes and worries, your repetitive nightmares, because that's what that's all about. It's a repetitive nightmare, and that's where the nightmare is in the past. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting it and live it. And, you know, again, seriously, I wouldn't go through life and sort of say, yeah, I failed there and I didn't try again. I would say, yeah, I failed there, but I tried it again and look at that success I got. It would be absolutely brilliant. This is an internal situation for you more than anything else, Virgo. This is really talking to your inner being. It's all about the inner being this week. It really is all about the inner being. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, there you go, Virgo. Thanking you very much for being here with us. I hope you get the best out of these readings. I really do. Thank you very much for all the support that you show this channel through the YouTube system. Absolutely beautiful. I will see you either on one of the energy videos that I'm doing, or I'll see you on on another reading, your sort of your rising or whatever. Yes, I will see you soon. No matter how it is, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.